Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name's David J, and I've got something to say. Been a good week, honestly. It's been a good week. And I got evals finished up on Monday. Scoring evals finished up on Monday. I was told my Monday video never uploaded. I'm not too sure why. Someone asked me over in the middle of the week, what happened to Monday's video? And I said, it should be there. I looked it up and it was Wednesday and I already never uploaded, so I was just like, it's not worth it anymore. We'll just talk about it at the end of the week. And it wasn't really a great upload because, well, it wasn't a great day. So, Monday was my roughest day, definitely, of scoring evals, but I mean, there were ups and downs. There was really just one game that sticks out to me. It was my worst game of the weekend. I split like 4 times in that game. A couple pocket 7-10 splits in there. So, I mean, it is what it is. It happens. I had to shake it off. Just didn't really throw the ball that great that day. But moving in through the rest of the week, I mean, we took Tuesday off because, we bowled all weekend. So Dennis gave us Tuesday off. Then we went back at it on Wednesday. Went back doing Specto and spares, that kind of stuff. Specto. This round of Specto, I finished up my Specto. It went decent. I mean, it wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It was decent. I was throwing the ball pretty well. Spares on Thursday, I did good again. The second spare sheet was out of 120 total spares. 30 10 pins, 37 pins, 33 6-10s, and 32 4s. I ended up getting up to 95. So I've talked about him before on the show, Jorge, the best bowler on our team. He got to 101. And I'm like, hey, I got to 95, so I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I'm on Jorge's level. No, but if Jorge's the measuring stick, then I came close. I wanted to get to 100. I had a real shot to get to 100. And then I got in my head a little bit. I missed a couple 2-4s in a row and I think I missed 4 in a row actually. I made my first 6 of my second set of 2-4s and I'm like, oh, this is going to be a good day. This is going to be really good. Then I missed the last 4. I'm just like, man, that got me in my head a little bit, but I was able to rebound. Back up to 10 pins, hit 9 of 10 10 pins, hit 9 of 10 7 pins, and 3 6 10 and 2 4. I think I went 8 of each of them on the last round, so it was good. It was good. Friday we did a cool demo day. Storm was in there. We got to throw a bunch of different bowling balls. Unfortunately for me, being left-handed, there's only a certain amount of bowling balls that they have that I can actually throw. Because, if you drill it left-handed, you drill it right-handed, depending on which way the pin went. And most of them were drilled all straight up. But with my layout and how I throw the ball as a full roller, depending on the core, sometimes just straight up it doesn't work for me. It'll thump right over the fingers or thumb hole. So I tried to throw a supernova. It looked good. I was able to throw a supernova. The problem with it, I could just tell it was fighting my release. And again, if I had a supernova with my layout on it, it probably it would look so much better. But the core or the cover or whatever it was just fighting how I wanted to throw the ball, and I could see the revs slowing down as it went down the lane. So it was a little interesting. I got to throw the reality check. That ball's really good. I liked that ball a lot. It was shinier. Gave me a little bit extra length down the lane, which is something that I need from time to time. There's shorter patterns, and I'm generally a slower speed bowler, so I can speed it up, but I'm generally around that 16 to 18 mile an hour range. But it went well. I liked the reality check. And the other thing about that is we didn't use our finger inserts or our thumbs. It was turbo, so interchangeable finger inserts, interchangeable thumbs. So you just had to find one that was close. And to me personally, it wasn't worth adjusting my tape and putting tape in their thumb holes, trying to find one that works perfectly. I found one that was close, one that I could still throw the ball with. So it was fun. It went well. It was another thing that was really good about it was it just gave you a break because this whole eval process that we go through, it's a mental drag. I mean, it is tough. It's a long time that you have to stay focused. So this week, I mean, we got Tuesday off, and then we basically got Friday off from having to really focus on evals and spares and specto and all that stuff. So, but that all changes tomorrow. I mean, we go right back at it. I'm almost done. Pretty much everyone's almost done with their evals. I just have the game of 30 left. Hopefully that doesn't take me long. That game, if you've never played that game's a beast. That game is a beast. It will test every ounce of your mental strength. A couple of the new guys on the team met it, and I mean, it's tough. It's a tough game. It tests your brain. It tests everything. So, but that's what it's designed to do. It's not. I mean, yeah, you want to be able to hit those spares consecutively, so it's basically you go around in the cycle. You hit the 10 pin, and then you hit the 7 pin, then you hit the 3 6 10, then you hit the 2 4, whatever order you decide to go into. You just have to go those 4 spares in order in a circle. So it's hard being able to say, okay, let's shoot this 10 pin on a full rack. Okay, now let's shoot this 7 pin on a full rack. Now let's shoot this 3 6 10 2 4. I mean, it's hard. And then the hardest part about that game is there's times that you're going to throw the ball and if it was just those 3 pins, if it was just that pin, you know you would make it. But when you're shooting at the 7 pin, you can't hit the 2 pin. If you hit the 2 pin, even if it just touches it and knocks it over, yeah, you probably still would have got the 7 pin, but in that game, you don't get it. It goes in as a minus. 3 6 10 or 2 4, if you hit the head pin, I mean, it goes in as an L. So, but another thing I've started, and shout out to Shannon for getting me down this path, is I told Shannon I wanted to, I think I talked about this last week, I told Shannon I wanted to really focus on my mental game this year and develop mental strength that will allow me to compete at the highest level. And she recommended a couple of books I read. I got one right here. I'm not sure what I did with the other one, but it worked perfectly because it was 1%. One of the books is titled 1% Better by a guy named Brian Cain. Where's that book? Here it is. Oh yeah, it's called 1% Better by Brian Cain. It's a pretty short book. You can tell it's short. It's easy to read. And like the longest chapter is like maybe 2 pages, so it just goes through. It's a story about a guy who was down on his life. Mental performance coach went through and just told him about 1% better intention. And a lot of people, like I know I practice every day. I'll tell people all the time in my posts, I'm sure everyone sees it. I tell people, let's get 1% better today. Let's get 1% better today. Because if you get 1% better every day, I mean, the amount of improvement you're going to show over a month, 2 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years. I mean, focusing on just today, focusing on where you're at today and not worrying about what's going to happen in January, what's going to happen next July. Like, one of the quotes in there says, be where your feet are. And that's so important. I mean, there was probably 50 quotes in this book that when I read it, I was just like, yes. Just be where your feet are, guys. I mean, so many people worry about the future. So many people worry about everything. And all you can control is what you do right now. All you can control is what you do today. Yeah, sure, make those decisions today that are going to help you in your future. Yes, but don't sit here and worry about your future. Like, we as people in today's world, people in college, people with jobs, people out trying to adult, oof, scary. We have so much to worry about that's going on right now. It's going on today. It's not worth adding to our plate what we have to do in 3 weeks. It's not worth adding, oh, in 5 weeks I got midterms. In 12 weeks I got finals. Like, it's not worth worrying about that stuff. Worry about what you can control today and then go with it. I mean, it's just not worth it. I did end up finishing that book. Then I started another book, same guy, by Brian Cain. It's called The 10 Pillars of Mental Performance Mastery. And I'm a couple chapters in, like 3 maybe, what am I? Oh wow, I'm 5 chapters in already. But again, it's short chapters, so it's a book that you don't have to sit down and read it for an hour to get through a chapter. I mean, this one's a little bit longer. This one's about 3 times as long as the other one, but chapters are 3, 4, 5 pages maybe. As I get into it, I'm just kind of scrolling through. Like, none of the chapters are really that long, so it's not, you don't have the stress of like, okay, I gotta read 57 pages to get through this chapter. I can't stop. I hated those books. That's why I never read growing up, because you get these books and it's like, okay, chapter 1 is pages 4 through 72. And I'm just like I can't sit here and read 68 pages. No thanks. Like, I'm gonna get bored by page 20. Doesn't matter what the book is. So I love these books. One of the big things that the 1% Better book talked about is 1% better intention. And I've challenged some people that I know, and I'm going to continue to challenge others that I know. I'm going to challenge some of you guys on the team that are listening to this. What are you going to do? Like, 1% better. 1% of your day is 14 minutes and 24 seconds. What are you going to do every day for 1% of your day that is going to make you better? What are you going to do? What are you going to focus on? There's so many possibilities, endless possibilities that could be. I mean, for me personally, while I'm trying to work on keeping my mind calm, both in the classroom, taking tests, and on the bowling lanes, my 14 minutes and 24 seconds every day I spend meditating. Just close my eyes, play some soft music, some nice meditation music, and just block out the world, let all the negative energy off me go. I like to do it at night. I mean, I don't really want to do it at like 10 a.m. I want to do it at night, after the day has hit me, after everything has happened for the day, whether it was good or bad. And it just gives me a real good time to A, reflect on all the good that happened that day, and then B, if negative stuff, and probably when negative stuff does happen, because that's life, I can just kind of let that negative energy go, and it relaxes me and keeps me good. So that's what I do every day. That's my 1% better intention. There's podcasts. You can listen to podcasts. You can call into different hotlines. You can work out for 14 minutes and 24 seconds. You can read a book for 14 minutes and 24 seconds. There's so many things you can do that will help your life in an amazing way. And I'm not kidding you when I tell you that literally I started reading this book Tuesday. It showed up on Tuesday and I started reading it on Tuesday because we were off practice, and I felt so much different already on Wednesday. It happens that fast when you really dive into something. You pay attention to your mental health and your mental performance. And in the sport of bowling, anyone who bowls knows it is a mental grind. You have to be mentally tough to play this game. And to be in college, you have to be mentally tough. You're going to get so many assignments thrown at you. Homework is just going to hit you out of the blue, and you just got to go. I mean, it just happened to me last week. Not even last week. It was like Saturday night, a couple days ago, yesterday maybe Friday night, I don't remember. But someone sent me a message and said, hey, did you do the homework that's due tonight? And I was like, wait, I had homework due tonight? I didn't even know about it. And I mean, that happens. I mean, I should have known about it. It's my fault I didn't know about it. I should have looked at it. It was on the website. It was on the syllabus. But hey, I'm not perfect. We're going to wrap up this video with some actually very, very exciting news for me. Just before I started filming this video, I signed up and registered for team trials for 2023. I'm going to go out to Las Vegas at the beginning of the year. It's like January 3rd through the 7th. And I'm going to compete at Team USA trials. I'm going to bowl, if I remember correctly, it's 6 games a day, 5 days, 5 different patterns. And it's just going to be, a blast. It's going to be a great learning experience. I mean, there is no tournament that I can think of that I'll be able to get that much exposure in that high pressure of a situation. I mean, obviously you can go and bowl a professional tournament, but I'm not on that level yet. I'm talking, I can go there and bowl. It's just me. And even if you go bowl a professional tournament, like, it's going to be the same pattern for 3-4 days. It's going to be 5 different patterns, long, short, medium, different oils, different mills, different spreads across the lane. It's going to be fun. It's going to test every ounce of my mental strength and every ounce of my bowling ability. So I've got a year of training here at McKendree. I'm going to have another 4 or 5 months before I go out there, and we're going to give it a shot. I mean, and talked with Shannon about it, and she said, yeah, she thinks everybody should do it. It's the only way that you can really tell where you are in this sport is going to tournaments like this, going to events like this, and measuring yourself up against other people who believe they can do it. I mean, it's going to be a blast. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we're gonna say so long with that bit of exciting news. Do another video next weekend. Appreciate everybody for tuning in, everyone for the positive comments. Had some comments on my intro video. People said they loved it. And I'm like, sweet guys, appreciate you. Gonna do it a little differently this year. We're gonna end the show with the Wednesday night highlight. And, well, we'll come back after the Wednesday night highlight and go over what happened on Wednesday night. Let's just say it was more of the Wednesday night low light, because it didn't go great. But Wednesday night highlight right now. So take you out to St. Clair Bowl on Wednesday night. You guys can see what happened. Wednesday night highlight. Right here, St. Clair Bowl, Wednesday night league. Wednesday night highlight. About to get going here. Everyone gets 2 shots. See what happens. Woo! I would whack this myself through. was a couple of strikes there. A couple people threw some strikes. I had one. I mean, a lot of people had strikes. We caught a few of the good shots on camera. I mean, I wouldn't say it went horrible. We ran into a couple of people on the other team that just shot out of their mind. Shout out to them. The girl on the other team, Elizabeth, averaged about 160, 170. She shot a couple games in the 200s. Her first game was 230 something. Second game was 200. Their anchor bowler, Davin, he put up a 250, a 240. First two games, something like that. I mean, that's going to happen. We lost the first two games. We were able to take the third game. So, record of 7-2 now on the season, which is still a good record. We're still going to be up towards the top. Towards the top, if not at the top. I didn't see what the other teams around us did, but I mean, that was week 3 of a lot. So, I know this next week we're bowling a team that's got about 270 pins of handicap, so we'll see how well that goes. We're all going to have to bowl, because if one of them lights on fire, we're in trouble. So, we're all going to have to be at our best at that week. So, wasn't the greatest week for the team, but hey, shake it off and we'll get back to it on Wednesday night. We'll try and get some more wins, but that's all we got for today. My name's David J. That's what I had to say.